Gaffer, a frustrating draw this evening against Kings Lynn after controlling most of the game. Do you see that as 2 points dropped tonight?
Yeah, like we should win the game for sure. We have a lot of the ball. I thought obviously first half was a little bit of an open game. We get the early goal and then we're trying to get a second goal, but it's a little bit more open because they need to score a goal as well to get back in the game. Second half, like the start of it's went against us a little bit. It's a moment. They get a goal from nothing, which is frustrating, but that's football and you have to try and react, and then they just sit in a low block and we try our best to try and break that down, and we have moments where we put the ball in the box in really good areas and then we don't quite get the timing right. But like we gave everything, we tried to do everything we possibly could to get that winning goal. We had 3 forwards on the pitch at the end of the game and we consistently tried to enter their box through wide areas, through central areas, and sometimes football just lands like that. But the scoreboard hasn't kind of reflected the game, but we just have to take the positives from the performance. I thought the boys done some really, really good things, and there was so much about the performance that I really liked in them and the bits that I'm going to take on, and we try and sort of create that same momentum that we had previously.
Yeah, it was a difficult and unusual goal to see us concede, but really unlucky from Sean's perspective. What do you make of the equaliser?
Yeah, it's one of them things, isn't it? What can I say to Sean? He hasn't meant to do that. He's tried to clear the lines, and it's just came off a funny angle of his foot, and then it's kind of set them up for a goal. But listen, Sean had an unbelievable game. He put a lot of balls in the box. He was unbelievable the other night, and that's just one moment that's kind of went against us. So, in terms of anything we can do about it, there's nothing at all we can do about it. We just have to move on. He just needs to keep getting better and keep improving, and which he will do. He's a fantastic footballer for us. He's a fantastic person, and yeah, he's been incredible the last 2 games, and that moment doesn't define anything or anyone.
A few decisions that didn't go our way tonight, obviously notably Blackie's penalty shout from where you were. Did you think that was a penalty?
Yeah, I thought there was a couple of occasions where we probably could have got more, but again, I don't want to use a referee as an excuse of why we didn't win the game. We done everything we possibly could to score a goal. I think we entered the box loads and we had some really good moments. And yeah, it just didn't seem to kind of land or give us that moment. Their keepers pulled off a couple of really good saves. But away from the scoreboard, I think the performance was really, really good. I'm really, really proud of the boys, how they've responded to sort of last week. And I think the fact that we all feel a little bit frustrated and a little bit sad about a draw just shows where we are as a team right now, that we want to go and we want to attack and we want to win every game. And there's going to be a lot of ups and downs this season. There's going to be moments that are really tough. There's going to be moments that are really good. But what's really important is that we stick together, we learn from these moments, and then we try and improve.
We kept knocking on the door with plenty of chances, and at the end, Chapman's forced to make a huge save with Lennon's chance. What do you think lacked tonight in the final third?
Well, listen, it's funny because I've been watching loads of interviews like from Premier League managers, and they talk about when the opposition go into a low block and it gets like criticism, and it's not a criticism, it's a way of trying to stop the opposition from scoring. So I'm not criticising, but when a team goes into a low block, it's really, really hard for us to score a goal, and that's what they should do if they want to stop us scoring a goal in terms of today. But it's really hard, and we try and attack down the sides and we get loads of balls in the box, but on a different day we get contact with some of them balls that have went in the box and we score numerous goals. So like, I can't really put my finger on why we haven't scored the goal, because I think that we created enough moments to get a goal, and we've got unbelievable players in the team who consistently score goals. So I think today we just take it on the chin that one of them moments didn't land. Their keeper pulled off a couple of good saves, and yeah, we credit the opposition because they defended with everything and they tried to keep us out their goal with everything that they possibly had, and yeah, it was obviously a really big point for them as well.
Toward the end of the game, Jasper Sheep was forced off with what looked like to be some issue with his shoulder. I know it's quite recent, but do you have any sort of update from what you've seen on him? He's
went for an X-ray now, so we'll see how he is from the X-ray. And again, like the moment where he comes from the injury is a bit of a moment where does he need to be that high, but it comes from him just trying to affect the game, and he just wants to get the ball back for us, and he just wants to help the team score a goal. So I've got no criticism for any single one of the players. Like, they do everything, they run so hard for us, and everything that they try and do is to force our shield. So when Jasper's running out to crazy angles like that, like, should he do it? Probably not, but it comes from an unbelievable place of just like wanting to win the game, and we've got a squad full of people who just want to win, and you're going to get moments like that. So hopefully he's okay and it's not as bad as what it seems, but if it is, then we support him and we help him as much as we can, and then we find a way.